Hey guys, in this devlog, I update the brightness of the text, I update the unit selection buttons in the unit select screen, and I start setting up the tutorial screens for the game. I wasn't really happy with the unit select buttons on the unit select screen, especially after adding in the enemy indicators and cleaning up the summary display. So I added it to my to-do list for the week and I began. The summary section had an animated icon of the character and the enemy indicators would move around, but the unit select screen was lifeless, so I started animating the buttons. So I added in some idle animation and increased the size so that they stood out more. I also did the same for the shadow button icons, so that even if the button is selected and the unit's blacked out, the animation will still continue. The unit select screen is looking a lot livelier, and finally I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to move on to more crucial parts of the game. So I received feedback that the text in the game could do with some brightening to make it pop a little more. So again, I added it to my Trello board and started playing around with the brightness of the text to see which one would stand out the most, while still fitting the army theme. I went a little brighter and play tested the game to see if it was easier to read while in the middle of the game. I'm pretty happy with the change, so I updated the rest of the text in the game. The difference is small, but it's definitely easier to read at a glance. Let me know what you think in the comments. You guys might be aware that I've been chipping away at the tutorial screen for some time, and I'm finally in a position where I can start taking screenshots for the tutorial. I had to split up my Trello board into 12 sections, just so I could organize the instructions and screenshots. I created a tutorial selection screen. When you click start on the start screen, you get the option to go through the tutorial or skip ahead to start the game. I added in screenshots and yellow boxes for points of interest per screen. I also added in speech bubbles with information explaining every aspect of the game. I'm going to run through the tutorial. Each screen will have a back and next button to move between the pages of the tutorial. There's also a skip button to skip the tutorial and start the game. In the first screen, it shows the units that can be added to the unit selection bar in-game. It then explains how to select the units and that there's a summary of each unit to give more details. It shows the enemies that will spawn that round and their information. You can also swap out selected units at any point in the unit selection screen and click start to start the game. Now in-game, it shows the cache value, game timer and lock slots that will be unlockable at some point. Shows the different unit types and shows where the enemies will be attacking from. Explains what the sell, pause and fast forward button do, and finally a brief overview of what can be done in the pause menu. The next button also changes to a start button in the final screen, so you can start the game. Finally, the tutorial is done. I spent a long time making this, so please use it if it helps. That's all I got through this week. It's been 2 weeks, but I'm still recovering from the game jam I did 2 weeks ago. By the way, if you haven't already tried Isolation, it's a game I made in 72 hours. Check out the link in the description. That's it for the devlog. I'm almost done with everything I need to get through for the demo. Probably next week I'll work on screen transitions and working on the UI screen to make them look better. If you want to follow me on my game dev journey, please subscribe. Please like if you enjoyed this video and leave your feedback in the comments below. Cheers guys, and I'll catch you in the next devlog.